you got to know where you're going, fellas, right? You got to know where you're going, and you got to know the situation. You can't be at anybody's house doing anything, and I'm not saying that they were doing anything, but I mean, you know, you got to know what's going on. And women, ladies, you got to be a little bit responsible, a lot of bit responsible. If you know that your ex is dealing with some stuff, he didn't want to maybe be broken up or divorced or whatever, don't have nobody at your house, especially with kids that are his kids. Yo, what's happening? It's your man OG Bo Beast TV. Come here today in this special video. What's good? What's happening, YouTube? It's your man OG Bo Beast, and I'm back with another video for you today. Today I got some tragic, sad news that I really don't want to report on, but I'm gonna go ahead and report on this just, you know, for awareness, situational awareness, you know, somewhat educational purposes, to put people up on game, to get an understanding. We talking about a situation that recently happened in South Carolina, Sumter, South Carolina, to be exact, involving domestic violence. Unfortunately, people lost their lives, and it's a crazy situation, but I got a few things to say about it and related to a couple other situations. So stick with me on this one. I'm going to play this video clip from the news so you can get exactly what happened from the news. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's your man OG Bo Beast, and let's get into this video.
Hearing for the first time from the mother whose ex-husband shot and killed her 3 children along with a co-worker at their Sumter home on Tuesday.
Aletha Holiday shared photos of her children, 5-year-old Aiden Holiday slacks, 6-year-old Asen Holiday slacks, and 11-year-old Ava Holiday on Facebook earlier today.
Nick Neville joins us live from Sumter tonight. And Nick, you spoke with her briefly this afternoon. How is she doing?
Cynthia and Greg, yes. So obviously she's traumatized. We only spoke for a few minutes over the phone, and she understandably was not ready to go on camera just yet. Really, with the entire Midlands community lifting her family up in prayer, I asked if she wanted to share anything beyond what she put on Facebook. She said, obviously, there's so much that she could share about who her kids were, but for right now, she wants her statement and those images to stand alone. Aletha Holiday sharing these beautiful images of her children, Aiden, Asen, and Ava, after they were shot and killed by her ex-husband on Tuesday. On Facebook, she thanked the community for all the prayers, condolences, and expressions of love. We love them and will continue to keep them alive in our hearts and minds, Holiday wrote. Please continue to pray for us. Police say Charles Slack shot the children at the home he co-owned with Holiday on Whitetail Circle Tuesday night at around 10 p.m. before taking his own life. Today, U.S. Army Central released the name of the soldier who was also gunned down by Slacks, Command Sergeant Major Carlos Evans. In a statement, Lieutenant General Patrick D. Frank said, Command Sergeant Major Carlos Evans was an outstanding leader and caring friend who inspired and lifted up all those around him. Command Sergeant Major Evans was well known and respected by all, and the influence and impact he made within the unit will never fade. Evans joined the Army in July of 2002 and held several positions around the globe before joining Army Central in 2021. Reporting in Sumter, Nick Neville, WIS News 10.
All right, Nick, thank you. And the Sumter Police Department says the investigation is still, of course, in its early phases, and they still don't know what the motive was behind this shooting.
All right, y'all, that was the video. You know what I'm saying? I played a little bit of extra, but they kind of told a story, but I'm gonna go over this real quick. Sumter, South Carolina, Aletha Holloway, mother of 3 children, shot and killed in Sumter at the hands of her ex-husband, Charles Slack Jr. She released a statement on Facebook. So basically, I read up a little bit more about the story. So I'm gonna give y'all the breakdown. So basically, let's see, does it say any of this stuff on here? All right. No, they say they don't have a motive, right? But here's the thing. So other reports came out. I found out, looked into it, because when I first heard about this, I didn't know that it was a military family. Then I found out about that, and it kind of piqued my interest a little bit. But so basically, she had just divorced this guy, Charles Slack Jr., who committed the murders this month. Finalized the divorce this month. I think the divorce papers was from last month. Finalized the divorce this month. So this guy was still obviously dealing with some issues, going through it with the divorce, and rest in peace to everybody in this situation. It's such a tragic situation. Kids was involved. I mean, this was his own kids, apparently, 2 of them, and one was his stepkid. So I don't know, what type of situation was going on to make you do something like that. But as the story goes, from what I know, he had a key to the house, right? He still had a key to the house, which was, I don't understand why he would have a key to the house still. He came home, or he came to the house for whatever reason, and found his ex-wife in the back with the person that he killed. His name was Command Sergeant Major Evans. So just for context, if you know anything about military, that's the highest rank you can achieve on the enlisted side of the house. And his ex-wife also was a Command Sergeant Major. So these are 2 high-ranking military individuals. He comes in the house. I guess they were in the backyard or something like that, maybe talking, whatever the case. He ends up killing the Sergeant Major Evans that was over there. Now, we don't know why he was over there. Were they involved? Was it just some mentorship talking? Nobody knows. Most cases we would think maybe they were, they had something going on, because, why would he be over her house? And I guess it was evening or late night type of thing too. Kills him, goes upstairs, and apparently this is where, it gets very, very tragic. He kills his own kids, and then the wife runs upstairs and he kills himself, right? Sparing her. He didn't shoot her, from what I understand. And so to me, I look at it as if whatever he was going through, the pain and the hurt, I'm assuming from this divorce, the breakup, coming home, why he still had a key, I don't know, finding somebody at the house, he wanted her to feel the same type of pain that he felt, I'm assuming, right? So he took his life after he took everybody else's life. That's 5 lives gone. And this is just a tragic situation, man. This is a big deal. Anytime there's kids involved in something like this is a huge deal. The fact that this is a military situation, it highlights it even more. A lot of people have these thoughts and ideas about the military, that things is one way. I hear people say that, they expect this type of behavior and things to not happen in military, because military is supposed to be so upstanding and good to go and all of that. But I'm here to tell you that none of that matters, right? A person's occupation has nothing to do with relationships, with emotions, with marriage, with things of that nature. I tell people this all the time. The military is just a job. If you have a job and you paying taxes and you have a boss, that's really all the military is. A lot of people like to glorify it and glamorize it with the war stuff and the stuff you see on TV all the time in the movies. But I'm here to tell you that a lot of military don't even do any of that stuff. Not to say that people, don't go overseas and get deployed, but that doesn't mean that they're in combat fighting wars, like literally fighting wars. So also too, the ex-husband, Charles Slack Jr. was also prior military, apparently served 8 years, and he worked on the base that all 3 of them worked on. And I think he was one of the ammo handlers or something on the base, if you know what that is. But it's a very tragic situation, domestic violence. Now, let's break down this situation as far as the sergeant major that got killed. Why was he over there? That's something that we don't know. Of course, the wife is still alive. She knows. But you got to know where you're going, fellas, right? You got to know where you're going, and you got to know the situation. You can't be at anybody's house doing anything. And I'm not saying that they were doing anything, but you got to know what's going on. And women, ladies, you got to be a little bit responsible, a lot of bit responsible. If you know that your ex is dealing with some stuff, he didn't want to maybe be broken up or divorced or whatever, don't have nobody at your house, especially with kids that are his kids. Don't do that, right? What I'm not doing is victim blaming at all, but I'm just trying to get us to understand that it's better ways to do certain things. And I mean, that could have just been a random thing. It really could have been random. We don't know. We don't know if they were involved or not. But either way, don't have that man over there knowing the situation. Maybe he knew the situation and decided to come over there because he wasn't worried about it. But look what ended up happening. So this is all very sad, very tragic. You know, emotions are real from people. So we got to understand that. I want to relate this to another story that happened last year. If you know, you know. But in Atlanta, right, hip-hop rapper Trouble, right, was a popular rapper from Atlanta. You know, had CDs, had songs with Drake, had done a CD with Mike Will Made It. You know, he actually encountered the same type of situation last year, and he was killed at the home of a woman that he was, you know, that he was messing with. The woman had recently broken up with her boyfriend, who still had keys to the house. Boyfriend comes home late night, catches him in the bed with his wife. Whatever happens, happens, and he ends up dead, right? These type of situations don't have a name or a face based on who you are, what you do. When it all is said and done, when it comes to somebody's family, wife, girlfriend, kids, everything is off the table. All right, so we got to understand that as men and women, and we got to try not to put ourselves in these situations. Are these situations preventable? Yeah, you could say that in hindsight, but you never know what's going to happen, right? But I mean, if you think it's even a chance that something like that can happen, then you're taking a chance. Then you got to do something about it. Moving forward, we gotta be smarter, man. We gotta think about the consequences and not think we know what people are gonna do. I tell people this all the time. You know, when they get to assuming stuff and stereotyping and saying that, you don't know what anybody's capable of. Especially if you basing it off of their occupation, right? An occupation is just what you do to make money. It's not who you are as a person. So we gotta understand these type of things, man. This is a very sad situation. This happened, like I said, in Sumter, South Carolina. Just happened. I pray for the family, you know, because nobody should lose all their kids. I mean, I'm sure that the woman, her name was Aletha Holiday, is just going through it. She lost all her kids. You know, the other guy got killed at her house. She got to feel responsible for that. Her ex-husband killed himself. I mean, it's just tragic. You know, think about the OJ situation. OJ was found not guilty, but basically speaking, that was a domestic situation, right? Where he supposedly, you know, found his wife with whoever or whatever, and, you know, he was found not guilty, but it's the same situation. These situations happen all the time at all kind of different levels. So I just want us to be aware. Comment down below. Let me know how you feel about this situation. If you heard about it, you know, what ways we can prevent these type of situations from happening, because it's preventable, but we got to be smart enough to understand that it can happen in the first place. All right, but yeah, I just wanted to bring y'all this story. Sad news, man. Like I said, pray for the family, the kids, and all of that. You know, the school, the kids, and it's just tragic, man. It's your man OG Bo Beats, bringing you the latest and greatest, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, and I'm out. Peace.